So today I'm talking to Kev. Now, I've known Kev for quite a few years now, following me on YouTube, and I'm going to start asking Kev first. Can I have a little bit of background upon yourself?
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, I'm an old bloke, as you can see.
Not old as me.
Not quite, but close. Yeah, I moved here when I was 63. I'll be 65 this year. Um, my previous really career has always been in technology, in IT. Most recently working for a large international company, and basically trying to stop cybercrime against banks, the military, those kind of things. And prior to that, a lot of sort of similar stuff, which I won't be able to talk too much about, unfortunately, Sean.
Can I ask you which part of the UK you come from then?
Yeah, I came from the south of the UK, so I was born in Surrey, ended up living in Hampshire and raising a family. And once all the family were offhand, Jan and I ended up moving to a place called Port Solent, which is a marina in Portsmouth. And we lived there for a while. My mum got sick, unfortunately, and we gave that up, went back to look after my mum. And unfortunately, when she passed, we came down to Spain.
So my number 2 question is, why did you want to move to Spain?
Oh, well, I mean, in my job, I've travelled all over the world, literally all over the world. And I spent a lot of time here when the kids were young in Spain and the islands, and it just always struck me as a really nice culture. The people here are lovely, they're very family oriented. People like to have a drink, but they don't get leery like people do in the UK. It's just a very pleasant culture as one part of it. And the second part of it, it's big.
It's
It makes the
massive.
UK look tiny. And when you travel, it's so different depending on which region you go to. So up in Galicia, it's really nice and green, and the mountains and the trees. I have a friend that lives up that way. And, the further south you come, the browner it gets at times in the summer. But the mountains are glorious. The lakes in the mountains are glorious. The beaches are fantastic. And, it's just a no-brainer for me. And, it's economical as well, to be fair. Far cheaper, in my opinion, to live here than it would be in the UK with my kind of lifestyle.
So number 3 question is, why did you choose this area?
Yeah, it's an interesting one. So we weren't originally going to come here. We were going to move to a place called La Montagnosa in the Hondon Valley, a small urbanisation there between 2 villages. And we're all booked on the ferry, going to go spend a bit of time there and get a feel for the place. And COVID happened. We were coming out in the April of 2020. So all the ferries got cancelled, so we didn't go. So we cancelled all our bookings. And then we were planning, once things opened up a bit, to come out. But, I was working, and you could come out of the UK for 1 week. And as you're out, they shut the borders and you can't get back in. And my governor wouldn't have been too pleased about that, So we just binned it, really. Then my mum got a bit unwell, so ended up with 3 years of living with my mum. And then when that finished, we looked again. I was looking all the time, to be fair, but, the prices in that area had skyrocketed, and it was really beyond our budget to get something nice there. So we looked at Almeria, we looked at the Murcia region, we looked at inland Alicante, and here was just lovely. I mean, really lovely, and you do get a lot for your money as well. Being home birds, we like a villa that's big enough for the kids and grandkids to come and visit, and also a bit of space around it, to, I wouldn't say party, but, enjoy yourself.
I mean, I'll be honest, since you've been here, I mean, Kev's only been here just over a year now, and he's spent most of your time working, haven't you?
Well,
I mean,
yeah,
obviously, getting the property how you like it. And you haven't, because usually most people that move to Spain, their first year is like a holiday time.
yeah, they're not married to my missus though, are they? No, not really, she's lovely. But no, I mean, we came out and, all credit to the people that lived here previously. We bought the property unfurnished, and when you move furniture, the walls are a different colour, and things like that. That's life. And so coming to an empty house with the furniture still in England, it was an opportunity for me to just go nuts for a few weeks and get the inside painted. And then I started on the outside. And when you look at the walls around the property, it's
Yeah,
just,
yeah. I mean, you've done.
it is crazy the amount of work you can put into a place. And, little things like the pool terrace was a bit slippery. We had the grandkids coming out. They're like 2 and 4, this particular couple of kids. And I can see some broken arms coming. So it's like, right, I need a lot of astroturf, you know, don't want them falling over. So it's just rolling projects. They never stop, and I don't think they ever will, mate, to be honest.
I think that's another thing, obviously bringing family out. I mean, we're pretty lucky with 2 major airports, you know, Murcia International and Alicante. I suppose Alicante is probably the most used one because the Murcia International winter times, not so many flights at the moment, really. But that's another bonus living in this area, isn't it?
It is. You are well connected, not just by air travel, but by roads as well, and probably fairly soon rail once they finish the high-speed line.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I've got a relative who has some sort of mobility difficulties. So going into Alicante is quite a walk to get from your plane to, you know, arrivals. Murcia, it's a little bit more expensive to fly into Murcia, as regional airports tend to be. But, you know, you get off the plane and you walk across the building and you're out. So, you know, for someone that's got some problems getting around, that's a great airport to bring them into this area. And then, of course, once they're here, well, it's just a different world. It really is.
So, my last question to Kev is, do you love it here?
Well, as you can tell, I hate it.
I know. I mean, I come in here and he was on the bottle.
I said I keep sober. I've only had 11 pints this morning, but they're all water. Promise. Bad throat. Yeah, I mean, do I love it here? I do. I mean, you know,
we wouldn't be doing this in January, would we, in the UK?
Well, no, I'm sitting here.
I know it's windy, but it's still, I think it's 18, something like that.
Yeah. I mean, I'm constantly sending pictures of the sun to people back in the UK and annoying them madly. But no, I mean, it's fantastic, the winter time here. It gets nicely hot. I love the heat personally. So in the summer, when it's up in the 40s, I'm in my element, and I'm also in the pool. You wouldn't go in there today, 12 degrees. Woo. But, you know, it's just a fantastic way of life. And, you know, not working now makes a real big difference.
Yeah.
Because, you know, if I wasn't working in the UK, I would have things to do, but I wouldn't be able to do them because of the weather.
Yeah.
You know, here you don't have that problem. If you've got a project, it's like, just get on with it.
Yeah.
The weather's going to be okay, you know. So it's quite nice to be able to do that. And you get to the point when you think, how did I ever find time to work? You know, with all of the opportunity you've got here, not just, you know, working, but heading up to the mountains or the lakes or down to the beach or, you know, just locally walking as well.
I would imagine, because a lot of people I speak to and I have the same problem. Do you know what day it is?
It's Thursday, is it?
It is Thursday.
Oh, that's a bit of luck, yeah. I don't know most of the time, and I'll tell you what my biggest problem is here. I don't know what date it is.
Oh, yeah.
I keep missing my kids' birthdays. It's absolutely frightening. You think, oh, it's like just gone Christmas, isn't it? You know, and it's like, no, it's February in a couple of days.
Yeah.
It's just mad. So, yeah, I've got to remember my daughter's birthday in early February.
Right. So I just want to thank Kev for spending the time for this chat. Hope you enjoyed the video, guys, as always. And I'm going to catch you soon, so I'm going to say adios.
Adios, amigos. Hasta luego.